Yesterday, we talked about what prompt engineering is and why it matters. Today, let's go deeper because knowing what it is and actually how it applies are two very different things. So let's start with the principles, the rules that should guide every prompt you write. The first one is clarity. Use simple and precise language, not big grammars. Just say exactly what you want in the clearest way possible. Because if you confuse it, it will confuse you back. The second is context. Give the AI relevant backgrounds it needs. Who are you? What's the situation? And what are you trying to do? Because the more relevant background you give, the more relevant the output will become. The third is specificity, especially the tone. Most people talk to AI and forget to tell it how it should sound. Should it be professional or should it be casual? And if you don't specify, AI will just pick anything. And it might not match your brand, your audience, or what you actually need. The fourth principle is constraint. Setting boundaries. That means telling AI what to do and what not to do, how it should behave, the language it should avoid, and the way the response should look or not look like. Don't expect perfection on the first try. You can start broad and then refine it to get closer to exactly what you need. Now let's talk techniques. The actual method you can use to get better results. The first is role assignment. Instead of asking it a question, tell it who to be first. For example, act as a professional social media manager, and based on my content type and audience, tell me the best time to post on Instagram and Facebook. Now, it will think from the perspective of an expert in that role, and that shift alone changes the quality of the output you get. Number two is few shot prompting. This is where you give it an example of what you want before asking your own question. For example, if you want it to write an email in a specific style, give it an example of what you've written before and say, write it in this style. So it picks the tone, the structure from that example so that the output now sounds like you instead of a generic response. The third technique is chain of thought prompting. And this is telling the AI to think through the question step by step before giving you a final answer. This forces the AI to reason through the problem properly instead of just jumping straight to something that sounds right. The fourth technique is formal template. If you need AI to always respond in a particular structure, you need to give it that structure up front. Tell it exactly what sections you want, in what order, and what each section should contain. This is especially useful for businesses that needs consistent output across different tasks. Here's what changes when you start applying all of this consistently. You stop wasting time going back and forth, and you start getting accurate results faster. And it's not just text. Your designs get better, your strategies get sharper, and your content gets more targeted.